See, I know a guy who um, has been married for 12 years, 12, 13 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he knew this girl, I guess he knew her for 7 years before he decided to get married to her, and it's been an off and on relationship.
7 years. Okay.
But he's been married before,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't work. And he got married again. And he explained to me that his excuse was he has a couple of kids and she has a couple of kids.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not really with him full time, so they're back and forth, that sort of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him about what type of success was he looking for out of marriage when marriage is not really greatly beneficial for men. And he would have been better off just building himself up, saving his money,
Mm-hmm.
living his life, and focusing on the things that he needed to focus on. And I actually had to hit him with something, though, Brian. I hit him with something. I said, so do you ever think, because he's making some good money, actually. He's a technician, doing some big things. I said, do you ever consider what your life would be like if you are a technician like right now and you didn't tackle on all these responsibilities and unnecessary money that you're spending in several directions? Because you could be in a different place right now. You can be enjoying the finances that you're building up and the money that you have and freedom to be able to explore whatever you want to do as a man. So this is what he told me. He says, because I wanted to be a father. I said, okay, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a father, but that comes with responsibilities, and you're pretty much halving yourself because you got to dedicate your life to your kids.
You say 18 years, at least.
And I think after that one, there was another thing that occurred. I think I left for a few weeks and I came back and he was, still working at that facility. And when he was working on the machine, I came to him again. Said, hey, how you doing? So and so, so and so. So and they're kicking the breeze and talking about several occurrences that's going on in the world. And I had to hit him with something. I said, so what are you doing on the weekend? This is a Friday, something like that. You do anything special and anything exciting, anything like that? So he says, well, I'm getting ready to go to my daughter's graduation and do some things with the kids. I said, oh, well, okay. He said, yeah, man, I'm saving up some money, man. Getting ready to, put some paper together. And he paused for a second. He said, no, man, he said, I'm getting ready to spend a lot of money. I'm not getting ready to save no money. I don't have money like that. And I said, so you realize you put yourself in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And did you think about the last conversation that we had? And he said, yeah, I've thought about that often. And I often think that maybe I would be in a better place. Maybe I would have a bachelor pad or be able to travel the world, or maybe he'd take a different profession. But he also says something, Brian, that really caught my attention. He said, I got to admit something because I was thinking about it. He said, the conversation that we're having about, my kids and the choice of marriage. He said, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be working this job right now. I wouldn't be a technician right now, making this kind of money. And I said, so you automatically knew that signing up to get married and have these kids that you were going to actually have to work extra hours and get a special job to
It's going to be a detriment.
go training, and you're okay with that? What do you think, Brian?
You're glad for punishment. Like you said, he was okay with something that was a detriment to his lifestyle, his survival.
Why do men do this, man? I don't get it. Why?
I mean,
Why they put them in a state of servitude? Nobody said you had to have kids. It's not a life or death situation.
some people see it as a legacy. That's what they see. They see a light at the end of the tunnel, like glass half full type thing when it comes to marriage.
A glass half full. Explain yourself.
Well,
Elaborate,
you see,
Mr. Glass half full.
I'm just saying, you see the negatives, how you get losing money, you cut half your life short, how you see the negative. But he's probably seen that when I do go, I got someone to carry my mantle. When I do go, I have somebody to show that I made a mark in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Some men see it that way. They see legacy.
Mm-hmm.
They see keeping the generation going.
Yeah, and that's fine, but this is what I talk to people a lot about in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to not understand it. You won't be here when you're this. I mean, the reality of it is you're not. If you have a child, fine. You won't be here. It's a child's. I mean, just think about it. If they make a generation of people, you as the forefather, whatever the hell you are, you're not going to be here. You're gone. So how are you going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor? That's the point. Now, I'm not saying be selfish with your seed and your time. Most people stand by that they only have one life. Okay? Mm-hmm. One life to live all the way around. They're going to be here from age 1 to age 80, 83, sometimes 90.
Mm-hmm. That's real.
So why would those average individuals, because they're not special, it's average, think that it's okay to suffer their life, go through heavy labor, just servicing and doing everything for other people and etc., living a half life basically, just to wait for something to happen once they close their eyes forever, when they can actually live their life now and enjoy their time, and whatever happens is just a bonus. Because I got another story for you. He's not the only one. This is men doing dumb things like this.
Can't wait to hear another one.
So you got anything to add to this one before I give you the next story?
Like I said, where he is, he sees it half full. But
would you do something like that?
No.
I mean, he actually admitted, and he can have his own choice. I mean, if men want to have a child, fine. And if they think that their whole life is based on being a pack mule and an ox, that's their business. But at the same time, he realizes what he put himself in. As if he's just a workhorse or some type of automaton. And I'm not going to get into the idea that that's why some of the modern women treat men the way that they do. Because men treat themselves like that. Like they're just a labor horse. They don't see themselves as an individual or important or a human being because they're always serving somebody else. They always think that they need to praise everybody else, praise the woman, bring kids to the world, build the bridges. But when it comes time for them as a so-called Superman to be serviced, there's nobody there to service them but evil. They don't realize the reason why is because they never service themselves as they should, of course, in moderation. So here's the next story, Brian. I think you might be interested in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Guy at the age of 26 years old, an electrician. He's known this girl for 8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
Okay.
He just now recently proposed to the girl.
That's a 26-year-old electrician. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And of course, the girl, she's 25, 26, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and she's a nurse.
Okay. Nurse.
What do you think about that?
Well, he's an electrician, so he's in his career bag, and he is doing well for himself as a 26-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And she's how old? Because you say you know him for 8 years, but how old is she?
25, 26. She's 20. No, she's 25, 24.
Okay, and she's a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
RN?
I don't know. They just told me that she was a nurse.
Okay, because there's a difference between an RN and
Mm-hmm.
a candy stripe.
She's in pediatrics.
Okay, so she's a nurse for children.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, she not at least she ain't slinging burgers or nothing like that. But okay,
No. You're not understanding that there are some professions that women put themselves in that isn't quite conducive to a relationship most times. There are some things that go on in the nurse circle. There are some things that go on with women who work in the nightlife, bottle girls. There are some things that go on with women who are flight attendants. There's some things that go on with women who are clerks, who works late at night, third shift. Or you see what I'm talking about?
I see where you're getting at.
There's too many corners and open doors where she could do things that are not conducive to a healthy relationship.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can get that. Yeah.
And you already understand that the modern woman, she leaves her options open, even more so if that relationship start getting rocky, and they're always used to their hypergamy, and they're going to always jump on the next boat or try to procure the next boat before they jump on it. It's called monkey branching. So therefore, wherever she is at the time, especially in those particular occupations, it's going to expand the extent of the possibility that she's going to be able to finesse.
I was going to say creep, but I hear what you're saying.
That's another thing. And here's the thing that you didn't get that I was saying. This is why I picked out his age, 26 years old. Men don't really reach their, I would say, state of wisdom to a percent, or start growing the seeds in their mind till they in their mid 30s to 40.
So the light bulb comes on.
Yes, absolutely. So between 25 and 29, he's still growing. He's still understanding the way the world works, and he's still trying to figure out himself. So as a blue pill guy that he is, he's thinking that the thing to do, just like the rest of the funny, strange, bucktooth, big-eyed, goofy morons, I need to get married. That's what the church told me to do. Better to marry than to burn. I'm gonna be the dodo bird. Rolf the dog. Arrgh, get married.
Yeah, I saw the bucktooth part.
Bucktooth. I always equate bucktooth to just. Have you ever seen somebody who was mindless and looked kind of out of their mind and dumb at the same time? They always got this bucktooth look to themselves, big lip, looking silly.
Yeah,
like they haven't drank water like 2 weeks and their eyes all bulgy. And you ask them, how are you doing today? What'd you say? I don't understand what you're talking about. What would you say? Give me Coke 45. What'd you say? Give me a Coke 45.
Wow.
That's what those guys look like, man. I'm supposed to get married because that's just what we're supposed to do. And then when you ask them, dude, nobody said get married. Nobody said you had to have kids. Well, duh, which way did it go, George? I just want to have kids because I just want to suffer and I don't want to live my life. And
they can play with the rabbits. Can't believe you just mentioned that story. They can play with the rabbits.
Man, Brian, I don't understand how stupid some men are. Man, I don't get it. I don't understand. Don't they care? The question, see, I'm feel like this. I'll be honest with you, and I don't want to sound like a misandrist as a man, but here's the thing. I actually agree with some women when they say that most guys are just dumb or they are lesser than themselves and all the jargons and everything else that they talk about. I'm having the opportunity to see that, because a lot of these men, they put themselves in the situation to be fleeced and taken advantage of. Yes. And the woman just sit back and just laugh at his ass. I would too. And as a matter of fact, while she's taking money from him, she can give me a cut, half of it. And I help her to continue to fleece his ass because he's stupid enough to allow it to happen. Mm-hmm. These dumb guys are ridiculous because they don't understand that their life is valuable. They can go out there and go get a yacht, live their life in freedom, be a young entrepreneur or a success, rich guy, work for themselves, right? Don't have kids and just enjoy the fruits of their labor, spend time with women. What I don't like about this is the strange thing. This is what really pissed me off about a lot of the modern men today. They would swear up and down to me or somebody else. They'll say, man, I had my fun. I'm not worried about these other women out there. I just want to find me one woman to settle down with because I'm good. I've been out there and I've been in nightlife, man. I've been traveling the world. So that's why I decided to get married. Okay. So he'll go out there and he'll get this girl who he settled down with, right? Mm-hmm. When we go places, why is his monkey ass go, 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 give me a banana, go, go, go. His monkey ass
wow,
looking at every pretty thing walking past, trying to get a couple of numbers, trying to creep on the low with some of these girls. Why he's married?
You want to see if he still got it.
No, he ain't got brains. Because remember what he said the first time. Oh, I've been out there. I'll have my fun. I ain't looking for nobody else. Then I begin to ask him, okay, bozo, how about this clown ass? Sir Junior. What?
Sir Junior.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to keep it nice. Because I'm going to start roasting some ass. I'm trying to really be calm on this. Because these guys are stupid. I said, why don't you just... Okay.
I'm waiting between ears. That's my Indian name.
He can jump wet between 2 years. What you say? Wet between two years. Huh? I'm teen cut wet between 2 years. I said, what do you mean, man? Speak goddamn English. I'm wet between 2 ears. Oh, okay, I get it. Get out. Take your ass to LD, learning disability class. But
I couldn't believe.
Because the point is this: you as a man, you can have variety, have an abundance mindset. Yo, dumbass, don't go. Let me stop, because I'm about to do some. Let me stop. I'm about to start cutting some. I'm trying to hold back. Okay, Brian, let me talk straight to you. Okay, let's be men about this. Mm-hmm. Do you go to the grocery store and you buy one pack of chips for the rest of your damn life? And you think you're gonna... Have there ever been food that you ate that now today you wouldn't even want to look at because you ate so much of it? You don't care about it no more.
Oh yeah, it's all. I don't care if it's my favorite food. I can't eat it over and over again.
No, you're gonna sit up there and be disgusted. It can taste good the first few days, and then give it a couple of weeks. You're gonna be like, man, I want something different.
You're gonna get burned out.
It can be Pepsi, it can be, Coca-Cola, the stuff that people normally drink. But I'm just giving you an example of some people. If you drink it like it, but man, I don't like this stuff. But the only reason why they get stuck on it, since it's a bad example, because it's got sugar in it, high fructose corn syrup, so they become addicted. They don't care about the flavor. But as far as any type of cuisine, or spaghetti, pasta, or chicken, or something like that, that's a different story. But the point of the matter is, men can have a variety. You can own how about this? You can own a car, a boat, a truck, and you can have a motorcycle if you wanted to, and a supercar. That's how life works. Why would you think as a man that you're only entitled to just have a car and that's it? Monogamous relationship. That the leather's going to go bad, the tachometer's going to go up, the mileage. You got to take it back and forth to the shop. And the older she get, the more she's going to burn oil because she don't get wet anymore.
Wow.
You got to do tune-ups every now and then, and she burns fuel because her seals are leaking and she's old and can't handle you anymore. But if you had various cars out there, you can put her on standby, get your ass in another car over there that's parked right next to it and keep it moving.
Yeah, the knees got the
knocking.
Empty engine light.
got the warning engine light on.
Yeah, the warning engine.
You hear that? This is a misogamy, ladies and gentlemen. This is facts.
Oh, man.
But here's the thing, though. Yeah, my disclaimer is we're not talking about any specific person. We're not talking about a gender. We're not attacking any females. We want to talk about a specific subject, about facts and adult conversation that is actually real. If you can't handle it, take your ass to a different channel. We talk real over here. We're men. We don't deal with boys. Go tighten up your panties somewhere else. This is all about boxers and breeches. Now,
watch a PBS.
What was the commercial PBS? They was singing a song behind it. That's what I remember. PBS Kids. Do 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 do. PBS Kids.
Yeah,
is that it? Did I get it?
That's how it went. You actually got it. That's how it went, boy.
That's where y'all need to go. Get moving. That's how I deal with y'all.
Yeah, you remember that? That's great. That was a long time ago.
That's why they put music out there.
Yeah,
They put music out there so you can remember. That's why they do that.
You took it back with that one, bro.
That was all the way back there, wasn't it?
Yeah, man, you don't hear that these days, boy.
I just remember a lot of things. But here's the thing. So why jeopardize yourself as a man who know naturally that you can have an abundance of things because you want to be monogamous and settle down with one person? And like I said before, sometimes it's an extent of the man's ability and power. What I mean by that is some guys don't have the ability to have an abundance mindset. And it's not just relationship, it's financially as well. You don't have to have more than one girlfriend just because. But he can at least live a life that's abundant. You know what I mean? Where he owns a yacht. He owns his cabin somewhere. He owns a couple of acres. He's not going to be tapped down with overtaxes and inflation and worrying about food and feeding his kids because he only have himself to take care of and a beautiful girl sitting next to him. What's wrong with these bozos?
Because I think they see abundance backwards. Like I said, they see it backwards.
Glass half full.
You see the abundance without the kids. They see a
The
legacy
abundance
with them.
with the kids. But okay, who suffers more? That's the good question. Think about it.
Obviously, on paper, when you write it down on paper.
Because I can tell you this: if you save enough money to take care of yourself, you can get a maid, clean your house.
True.
You can save up the right amount of money for your retirement, so you have a decent nursing home. You can buy the people around you. They may not be genuine, but they're at least there. You can get you a nice caretaker, the right amount of money, put you up in a nice suit in a nice area. Feed you right, get the right nutrition. But the whole key is the power to provide yourself with livability that's not only comfortable, but tailored to you and your personal taste. That's going to leave you with I would say, satisfactory taste in your mouth, if that makes sense. Other than doing things that you have to do that you really don't want to do. Because a lot of these married men, man, they're run down. And most times they're like, hey, man, let's go play some basketball. Let's go do something. Let's go to the gym. Oh, man, I'm tired, man. I can't do it. His belly's so big, he can't shoot. He can't see his shoes, let alone his Oscar Mayer, his Veneta sausage.
I do need to clean. No, let's stop.
And he's wobbling when he walks down the hallway.
Oh, wow.
You can hear him shuffling. If you hear somebody go like this, if you hear a man, let me see if I make sense. If you hear a man walking on concrete and his shoes sound like this, while he's walking, he's wore down because he's not lifting his legs
That wasn't the sound I was expecting. I was expecting a boom, 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 boom.
Look like it. How about this? How about this one? Fair use. Boop-a, boop-a, boopity-doo. I have a story waiting for you. I'm a jackass because I call myself a man. I'm a slave in labor because I'm a dummy. How do you feel if I work for nothing and I keep thinking of just others?
Well,
You will see me when I'm 54. I'm a dummy jackass. Boom, 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 ba, boop, ba, boopity doo. I work for nothing. I don't love myself. Boop, ba, boop, ba, boopity doo. I'm told to get married even though it doesn't serve me. What do you do when you live in the country and you're around a bunch of modern women who fleece you? Then in a matter of time you see me, age 64 and broken. What you think?
wow.
Was that okay?
I missed that scene.
You like that?
Yeah, I missed that scene in Willy Wonka. But okay.
Yeah, I'll never forget that, man. I could do better than that, though. I mean, I threw a whole lot of stuff in there to make it more like men, but I can really come up with some crazy stuff with that, though. But I mean, but that's it, though, because I'm running circles around these men. And and when I bring my 3 girls around, and I rarely do, I'm gonna leave them in the car. Sometimes they just at a distance. I don't want nobody. I don't want no heat. Meaning, I don't want anybody to know. I keep it discreet as possible, where they're everywhere. Like we go to the store, one's sitting over there, the other's on the other end, the other one. But they're looking though. Trust me. If somebody walk up to me or some girl walk past, they're gonna be like, they're not jealous. They just watch to see what's going on because they're, I say bodyguards, but they're not my body. I don't want them to be. They just protective like that. It's a new day and age nowadays. Lord have mercy. I worry I tell you what I worry about. I'm gonna tell you, Brian. I worry that if somebody approached me wrong, I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about what she's gonna do. It's over because I don't have to carry nothing. They just let me stop. I'm gonna quit.
You're not gonna hit them with the slap.
Oh, I'm not gonna slap them. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
But
we got an open palm. With the open palm.
I just got through getting rid of my motorcycle not too long ago because it's kind of dangerous nowadays. And I was having a conversation with a married man, and he said he has to ask his wife to purchase something like that. But he called her his boss.
His boss?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Wow.
I gotta ask the boss.
Wow. I've heard of a married man call a woman Miss Boss Lady.
Or my better half.
Uh-huh.
Wait, stop.
Just,
Wait, stop. You're gonna call her you're supposed to be the man. Nobody's better than the next person. Why would you get
wow.
These modern men are out of their mind. So there was another guy who told me about his son that's getting married. He's 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And they were getting ready to purchase something. I think they were getting furniture for the house, right?
Okay.
And now this is his dad telling me this.
Okay.
And I had to correct his dad because you know how I am. I'm straight and direct. I said, it's your responsibility. You need to be a good example. Don't support his bad behavior, yada, yada. Yeah. So he said that his son said, man, I want to have a recliner seat in the front room so I can relax and live my life. And everybody that was around him at the time said, okay, yeah, go ahead and get it. And he said, yeah, I got to ask the missus first. I got to ask the boss. Pause.
It's just.
You're gonna wait a minute. You're gonna ask. I'm gonna let you put your 2 cents afterward. I want you to don't hold back, Brian. Don't go just fry their ass as far as I'm concerned. Because I'm not holding back. I never do. Because some men are just damn stupid. You know, sometimes when I was a kid, I used to watch an owner of a dog, and it wasn't really dog abuse, and they didn't need to be reported. But the dog did something stupid. And they think it was outside of something like that. They had to roll up a newspaper, right? And smack the dog on the ass. And the dog. Sometimes men are like that, where you just want to just roll up a newspaper and just smack them in the back of the face. Because they already ugly anyway. And and knock some sense into them. Because they don't think the boss. You're supposed to be the man of this relationship and situation. You're going to call your woman the boss. Yes, she's important and she's significant as possibly the mother of your child, but she don't want to be the boss. Over time, she's going to be like, oh, this shrimp, he's, passive, penny ass wearing. Let me stop. Actually, Matt, you know what? That's cool because guess what? Men like him make me happy because I get to be with girls like them. I can take her from her. So I ain't worried about it because I end up coming around the corner and she knows the difference between a boy and a man. And I'm not gonna say a goddamn thing. I don't care less. Dummy. Talking about, well, she's the boss. I come around and be like, no, I'm the boss. I run things around here. Well, I run things in my home and my husband, I said, that's your husband. I'm a different type of guy. You're in my kingdom over here. He's passive. He's a subject. I'm the king. He's the gesture. Heck out of here. So he went and asked her.
Asked her permission. Okay.
And she said she wants no reclining chair in the house.
I guess that means there's no reclining chair in the house. Wow. That means there's no.
You're going to ask your woman to have a recliner chair in your own house.
Happy wife, happy life.
Do you know over. Dodo bird ass. Bananas.
Oh.
Sweet cheek.
Oh, man.
Sweet cheeks.
I said, wow. Happy wife, happy life. Well,
Women don't respect men like that. They don't. They'll tolerate them. What ends up happening is a girl like her is like 25 years old. She'll divorce him, right?
Mm-hmm.
She'll go with a different guy who's taking care of things and taking control and living his life.
Well, no. I don't think she's going to go with that guy.
No, what I mean is she'll come back to him, to this type of guy, when she's about 30 in her 40s and she have no more options. Because he's the nice guy that she can get over on. So she will put him in the friend zone and reserve him while she goes out into the street. Because she automatically knows when she come back, that's what he's going to say. I'll take you back, honey. Yeah, I'll take you. I love you. You're anything.
Let me dust you off. Dust the street off you. Your body.
And dust it out of her, too. Lord have mercy. Good work with that. This ain't strong enough. But
and then, like you said, she'll cheat on him with the guy that's not gonna let her have her way.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, when I'm trying to be Brian, I'm trying to keep this honest. That's why my girls are. That's why they respect, because I know I'm real. Because I'm that type of guy. And I just want to be with them so I can care less. I can have more, but anyway, I come along. She'll say some stupid stuff that don't make sense. And I'll tell her, you know what, you sound stupid because that don't make any sense. Rethink what you just said. And I'm going to go ahead and say, we're going to do this way because it makes better sense because it's going to help everybody else out. Now, at first she'd be paused like, oh my God, you said I said something stupid? Who you think you are? I said, I'm who I am. You're who you are. This is how I run things around here. However you run things, you can run your stuff to the ground. I'm going to keep my stuff floating and going. Now, what happened is she started respecting that, because not only am I confident, not only do I already know what I'm doing, I'm also going to show results at the same time, and I'm not letting her run anything over here. But him on his river, she's running everything. And most times women aren't going to be in that position. They don't want to be in that position, and they're not interested in being in that position where she's the burden bearer. She's the fighter. She's the strong female male in the relationship. And if they end up in some type of situation where they're being attacked or some type of danger, because he's so passive, he's going to turn around, baby, this guy, he has a knife and he's trying to attack us. So, what am I supposed to do? You want me to do something, baby? Tell me what to do. It's going to be like, what the hell? What? You ain't going to defend me and protect me? What am I supposed to do? I don't fight. What? I mean, you get my drift?
I just thought about something how.
Go ahead, cut him up.
These days, how men will talk about their woman. Talk about, let me ask their woman for permission. Let me ask my woman what she think about this.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask her what I think about. That reminds me of the time this dude. I don't know if I told this story. I probably have in the past.
Sometimes they don't even know what type of breakfast or what they're going to eat the next day. Why are you going to ask her, and her emotions are going to be like the rainbow by the end of the week? In Monday, she's yellow. Man. Wednesday, she's orange. Friday, she's purple. Saturday, she's going to be black. What the hell we talking about here? She don't even know what she talked about on Monday. Talking about, baby, what do you think? It's going to change next week.
Because she a woman. That's they go off feelings, but men don't.
Brian, you monogamous.
Yeah, I'm just. I remember.
We're not monogamous.
Yeah, I remember this one time when I was working my old job, and this dude was at the counter at my old job, and he gonna turn around and say, "I'm going to go use the restroom. Do you mind?" Talking to his girl at the time.
Do you mind?
Do you mind?
If I go to the bathroom and relieve myself?
Bro.
I mean, do you think she's going to say no so you can sit up there and crap in your pants in front of everybody and piss all over the floor?
She should have.
She said, yeah.
She should have.
She should have said, no, you stand right here crapping your pants, shrimp. Yeah. Don't go to the bathroom. I need you right here at the cash register.
Yeah, you better hold it. And if you crap in your pants, I'm gonna beat your.
Tighten those cheeks up. Tighten them up. You are gone. You are gone, Brad.
Yo, and I looked at her.
You better pull your pants down. Tighten that belt around your cheeks.
Yo, and I looked at him, and I looked at her. She looking at him. I'm looking back at him. He leave. And I look back at her. And I said, did he just ask you permission to use the restroom? And she said, yeah.
Oh, that's just, oh.
And poor baby. I could tell that she was looking for an escape. I could tell by looking at her that she was ready for an escape from this dude.
Women sometimes feel sorry for men. And some of them, there are some men who are so beta. And they are so, I won't use the word thirsty, but they are so eager to praise a woman and give her everything that she wants, where sometimes he's just the bridge in between her going to another relationship. That means she probably came out of a relationship. This guy is her backup plan temporarily, just somebody to spend time with her, somebody who's just there. Because remember, there's always a man for everything. There's a plumber, there's a mechanic, there's a teacher, there's a helper. There's some guy who's the sugar daddy. There's a guy who's going to take her out to Florida. There's a young guy who looks cool enough to go to the club with or the bar. There's this one guy that she might want to introduce her mom to, just to, pretend that she got this nice guy. So this guy that you was talking about, all he is a bridge in between the next guy. Because what women would do is they have backup plans, and they already have a plan of going to the next guy or the new relationship. So this guy was just like a jumping stone for temporary. So she just had to tolerate it. Because in the back of her mind and how she really feels and actually feels in the situation is she feels uncomfortable. And so she's actually waiting for the next opportunity to open up. She's going to jump on and leave him.
Mm-hmm. Because they get bored.
Because oftentimes when I approach women, it's the most funniest thing. They will either be married, and when I ask them if they're married, they'll stumble. They'll stumble after they realize that I'm not going to give them any play. I'm not interested in them. Then they say, well, you know, I'm married, but they weren't going to say it at first. And they put their ring in their pocket. Think somebody's stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. They trying to feel out to see if we have an opportunity. So therefore, afterwards, if she realized, oh, okay, I can monkey branch to him. He finds me. Oh, you think I'm cute and sexy? Oh, yeah, you like me? Once that's secure, then it's going to be, well, I am in a relationship, but it's not working out quite well. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah, I'm married, but it's not working out that well. We're working on getting a divorce as we speak, knowing full well her ass is living in his house.
Mm-hmm.
They're living together. She's talking about, we're getting a divorce. That's because she's expecting for me to be the next boat she's going to jump on top of.
Yeah, because mentally, she's divorced.
When a woman's mind is not in a relationship, it's over. And it's because these men allowed it to happen. And then there's the ones who don't have a marriage. You know what they'll say? I don't have a boyfriend and I'm single. Then after diving deeper, come to find out she do have a boyfriend. She was just telling me that because she wants me to be her next monkey branch.
But they always got a boyfriend.
They always have a boyfriend. No such thing as a single woman. I've done my research before where I've approached just to see what would happen. That's why I have an audio that says no cold approach. I've tested to see what would happen. And 9 out of the 10 women that I've approached, and I approached like 20, 25 to 30 of them in one day. Most of them had a relationship. Only one of them did not, because she was she busted ugly, and she looked like she was cracking the concrete everywhere she walked. But
wow.
Other than that, the rest of them tried to fool me in saying that they didn't have a relationship. But again, like I said, once I dived deeper, got the information, and pulled it out of them, they did have a relationship. They just wanted to claim that they didn't. So you can say most of them, or you can say all of them, if you want to do the percentage game, have relationships. There's no such thing as a single woman. She makes herself single for the opportunity to move on to the next opportunity that might benefit her.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the reality of it.
The next Lenny.
But if you're that beta soft guy who's allowing her to push the strings and do everything and be the protector and the provider, then you make it even more easier for her to try to find the next guy.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that the truth? It's like, with these dudes, like I said, they...
Why? Okay, well, go ahead.
No,
I was going to ask you a question. No, you take the floor. I've been talking.
No, I'm just gonna say it's like, because of tradition, they decide to go into servitude to their woman, and it's just backwards. It's backwards.
What bothers me is I would not even. We wouldn't be having this conversation. I wouldn't care, nor would I talk about it, if it wasn't so many married men who I witness and I watch and are come to me, where they're not even living their full potential in their life. These guys are making money. They're technicians. They travel places. They got talent. They're certified for so many things, and they take all that money, energy, and time and invest it in a monogamous, weighted relationship. And then what happens is, after about 20 or 30 years, now they're talking about, man, I'm tired, man. I want to go do something else, man. I want to I want to find me a new broad, man, and man, I want to be able to head out and travel, man. I want to do some things, but I can't. And I have to explain to these idiots that there was a truck once upon a time that already has the potential to do great things with the workload and torque and power and all that. They decided to tack on weight behind this truck, which slows it down. So they're not going to go as far and as fast. They're not going to get to their destination as far and as fast because they're carrying all this unnecessary load and labor. When if they drop it and they move on, they can reach those goals, and then afterwards, settle down and find a relationship because they're already where they want to be at. And then they can push the pieces of the chessboard and make the plans and control how the thing operates. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Simple stuff. I don't get it. It's on them. So, any last words?
Nope. We said everything, I think. I think we said it all.
It's always a pleasure having you here, Brian.
It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. Until next time.